Hey Matt, thanks for jumping on the call. So I set up this time with you to continue our discussion regarding our book's changing reserve patterns over the last couple quarters. As a quick reminder, in our last discussion, we thought that the shift in reserve and claim closure patterns that we were seeing seemed characteristic of changes to claims processing. I reached out to our head of claims analytics, Jack, to get his insight. I just heard back, and it appears that there have not been any known process changes to reserving or claim closure. That is according to Jack. So at this point, we're still not able to identify what's driving the shift in our reserve development. But here are a couple thoughts I do have on potential next steps. First thing, I think it makes sense to reach out to a claims manager who is more keyed in to the day-to-day operations and claims. Definitely not questioning what Jack is saying and the information that he's sharing, but I do think it's possible that soft shifts in claim procedures could impact our development patterns. And Jack, given his position, may not always be aware of these types of shifts. If anything, getting an additional perspective from a claims manager can serve as confirmation to eliminate claims processing changes as a driver. Simultaneously, I plan to do a quick review of our product mix. This could be a driver in our changing development patterns as well. While I'm not aware of any targeted shift in our product and marketing strategy, given the size and maturity of our books, I think it is worth checking if there's been any shift in our product mix that could have an impact in our development pattern shifts as well. We do still have some time to continue our investigation here, but not a lot. So if neither of the previous items review anything relevant and nothing else comes up in the meantime, we may have to consider moving forward with this round of reserve review. I'd recommend erring on the conservative side and utilize a development method that will not overly adjust our emerging experiences. I think we can potentially give more consideration this round to Born Here Ferguson method. This will limit the impact of the latest development patterns. At the same time, we can also compare the results here with chain letter method for reasonability with both shorter and long-term age-to-age factors. Long story short, I'm thinking we'll just kind of have to look at a few methodologies and then pick something judgmentally that we think is reasonable for this round, given our somewhat uncertain understanding of what's driving the development shifts. So, kind of with that approach, I think where we're going is that unless we have additional information, let's give it another couple quarters, and if the latest patterns persist, we can decide to be more responsive with our projections in the next round.